Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't give back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding
I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan, your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be f***ing sour, take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder, work until you're prouder. And f*** all the doubters, they're just your downers. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I'm just telling you to fight for your dreams, but it's not what it seems. Man, it's hard to be seen when everybody wants to be king. Yeah, they all wanna ring, yeah, we all wanna be free. So show me what you got, what you bring, how you fight in the ring, how you take a fucking swing. Do you got heart, are you mean? Got some scars, got some needs, are you willing to go bleed? I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown. I swear to God they all let me down. I always fought just to wear the crown. I'm off at these fucking clowns who were all taught they deserve an ounce. It's only worth it if you work for it. It's only worth it if you work for it. I won't stop till they hear me now. I won't stop till I wear the crown.
It's been fairly warm out as we move into the springtime. Temperatures are rising. It is light later in the day. Sunsets this time of year anywhere between 7 and 9 p.m. And it starts to rise earlier in the day, which gives you less time for night, unfortunately. Also means you're unconscious a good chunk of the 24-hour clock. But such is the life living north of the border as kindred. With the weather having been warm, more and more people are out strolling about in the evenings. Businesses are starting to stay open just a touch later in some cases. And as the sun sets, the humans go about their business as usual. One by one in your safe house, your eyes snap open as you wake from your, for lack of better words, slumber. Let us start with rouse checks, please.
I forgot to take out my die. They're still in the giant pouch.
Oh no, whatever will you do? Because I don't think we can wait for that.
Too bad. You're going to have
This is for all of our kindred. We'll start with Elizabeth. What did you roll?
I rolled a 9.
Nice! You succeed your rouse check.
Hell yeah.
D, what did you roll?
I got a 4.
You got a 4. You take a point of hunger. Where does that put you?
Hold on a second. I gotta re-roll up my character sheet real quick.
You are quite good. What does that put you at?
On.
You take your time.
Because I'm fairly certain I dropped a couple points, like I took off a couple points of hunger last session from...
Did you save your good document before exiting?
I thought I did. I thought it saved. I don't really have a manual way of saving through...
It's very tricky to, like, the way you have to do it. And if you don't, they won't save. It won't.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
Yeah.
Basically.
So otherwise they would have just put me at 2 for tonight.
Okay, so I will get you to mark off 2 points in hunger then on your sheet.
Yeah.
And before we disconnect tonight, you and I will make sure that your sheet saves.
Yeah.
Okay. Valerie. What did you roll?
5.
You take a point in hunger. Where does that put you for the night?
Thankfully, just 1.
Ah, excellent. I love it. And let me check on a couple of other individuals here. One moment, please. Yep. And Bone Collector, I will need your roll as well, please. They will be joining us later this evening. You take a point in hunger. They will be joining us later this evening. So, for now, they're just going to sit and watch. It has been a rather volatile couple of weeks. Alorah has been in a... Ottilie has been in a rather foul mood.
Yep.
Unfortunately. She has developed a bit of an attitude.
I mean, she doesn't exactly have her sire around to help her out, and she had been trying to look for her sire, only for her sire to be presented to her for death.
She has remained shacked up with Leah for the most part, and at no point over the last 2 weeks have you seen her in a state of sobriety.
Oh, no.
As you all rise from your slumber, she once again does not make an appearance. Every once in a while you may see Leah come out of her room, maybe to fetch snacks or juice, something a little sugary. But other than that, there's really no sign that that Ottilie's even here. As for the 3 of you, Elizabeth, Valerie, and Dee, we're going to get to what you're doing in just a moment. But Elizabeth, as you wake up, Lydia is standing over you, staring none too creepily, which you have become fairly accustomed to at this point. She just stands there and watches you sleep.
Good evening.
How's your rest?
You know, dead.
Fair. Absolutely fair. You asked me to get some supplies for you.
Ooh, how'd that go?
I managed to find most, if not all, of the items on the list for you.
Hell yeah.
Your total receipt is in the bag, with the smaller supplies.
Okay.
Your total came to $513.74.
Some. Well, I've got 200 in cash to pay you back right away. The rest of it I'll have to get to you soon. Are you all right with that?
Don't worry about. She kind of reaches into her pocket and hands your debit card back to you.
Oh, yay! Thank you. You saved me a trip.
I figured that would have been the easiest way to do this. The wood will be delivered within a couple of days, I think they said. Unfortunately, I couldn't fit it in our cars.
Oh, it's all good. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
If you need help building your garden, I will be more than happy to give you a bit of assistance if you need.
Well, I will definitely need that assistance, so I will definitely take it. I'm hoping to get at least everybody a little involved, so we're doing a project that isn't life or death.
Is there anything else I can do for you in the meantime? She seems to be quite attached to you at this point.
Aw. Is there anything you need at this point?
Not that I can think of at the moment.
You sure about that?
You know me, I'm not shy about telling you.
What have you eaten today? I just want to take care of you, and don't want you to think that I'm just using you as a blood bag. I actually do care about you a lot. Speaking of which, what movies do you like? Can't believe I haven't asked you this yet.
I mean, that depends on what kind of mood I'm in, really.
Well, why don't we go downstairs, and while you get a snack, we'll talk about it some more.
She nods and starts heading out of the room, and we are going to slide over as you guys make your way downstairs and into the kitchen. You grab her a snack, and you start talking about movie preferences as we slide over to D and Marcus.
I'm fairly certain Marcus has his own room, yeah?
He does.
Okay. Also, Elijah lives with us too, doesn't he?
He does.
Okay. When I wake up, one of the things I probably would have started doing as well, with the funds that we are so graciously being given, is to research and put some of that money into things that will provide sources of semi-passive income, at least. So like any sort of like dividends or stocks or whatnot. But I'm just going to be checking on the ones that I have chosen, and we could look into that later.
They are, for the moment, remaining fairly stable. How much money did you sink in?
You were kind of cutting out just now. What was that?
They have remained fairly stable for the moment. How much money have you sunk in?
I probably would have started off with about $100 at the moment.
You've got probably about 120 at this point.
Okay.
Not much more. It's like pocket change, if that.
Yeah. Just something a little extra on the side at least until I get more familiar with doing that sort of thing, especially for the fact that like, hey, we're kind of like not supposed to be known, but might as well have something in on the side at least so that way when we outlive everyone in town.
I forgot to mention, can all add $2,000 to your inventory as payment has come through. So you can add that to your basically belongings and whatnot, minus any money that you have spent. Marcus kind of knocks on the door.
Yes.
Is everything okay?
Yeah, I was just about to come out. How are you? Or actually, I go up to my door, open it. Yeah, I was just about to come out. What's up?
Just wanted to make sure everything was all right.
Yeah,
and see if you
how are you
needed
doing?
anything.
Yeah, no, how are you doing? Oh, another thing as well. I probably would have, did Marcus have any like health issues when we first met or anything like that besides his nicotine thing?
I don't believe so.
Okay. Because I believe that's another thing Dee would have also invested in, as well as getting our humans their checkup appointments and whatnot if they weren't able to get them themselves.
So, as far as that goes, it's not quite so complicated here. You literally can go to a walk-in clinic and have a checkup done health-wise. Walk-in clinics they're all over the place these days. Some of them are a little busy. Some of them don't take new patients on a permanent basis. But a lot of the walk-in clinics, at least the ones that I have been to, are fairly easygoing. You might require sitting around in the waiting room for a few hours.
This would have shocked Dee because she's from America.
Yep.
So
my condolences.
Yeah. Americans in the chat, sound off. No, but after that shocker for D, it's like, oh, fuck, okay, cool, that's good, that's real good. One less thing to worry about. And then so, yeah, anything you need, Marcus?
I was just wondering if you needed to decompress a little. Maybe it's been a rough couple of weeks.
Yeah, it has. I am a little bit peckish if you're up for it.
He nods and steps into the room and closes the door behind him.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, we are going to slide over to Valerie.
Can I take 1 point of hunger off?
Pardon?
Can I take 1 point of hunger off?
You can absolutely take 1 point of hunger off.
Yay.
Valerie.
Yeah.
Would you be nestled up next to Victoria? Or would she be in her own room?
Nah. We're sharing.
I'm assuming that shiny new easel that you got is set up somewhere in your room.
Oh, absolutely. It's been put to heavy use for the last 2 weeks when we're not out and about because my lovely Victoria has been showing me the modern scene.
How's that going for you, by the way?
Val loves it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Excellent.
She loves all the difference. Like that, it's so much, and there's so many colors, and just she loves this century.
How would Val feel about AI art when she gets introduced to that?
I'll have to think on that a little bit.
Over the it was actually a couple of days ago at this point that for those of you that happen to keep an eye on the news, anyone here? It appears there may have been a rather large brush fire near the downtown core, unfortunately. One of the local hotspots had their balcony damaged quite extensively, and it took out a good portion of the side of the hill, and the cause is as of yet unknown.
Would we know if Edmonton had been rather dry in?
Oh yeah, yeah. You're
Okay.
getting into the summer months. It's like brush fires are all too common these days, and even looking at something the wrong way can be a flashpoint.
Yeah. Dee would remember something like this from her time in California with
Yep.
the California's wildfires.
So, Val, one moment, please.
Sorry, Bird was getting uppity. I had
You
to
are-
establish dominance.
Quite good. Paint for me how the first part of your night is going.
Like, you mean how the night before I went to sleep?
Nope.
Or like how things are starting?
How things are starting for you. You wake up,
Well-
Valerie's in there, and you've kind of been collecting things here and there, pieces of artwork, or, making your own. You've been kind of decorating your room. I want you to just kind of paint this scene for me.
Obviously, because she's still sort of figuring everything out, there's a fair bit of clutter at the moment. Not that it's like messy. Like, she cleans all her paintbrushes, all that, like those small details are taken care of. But it's just like if she didn't like something, you can see that there's something like that she wrecked in the corner over there that she hasn't thrown out yet. There's like little pieces of crumpled paper in places that she hasn't, it's a little bit of chaos here and there. And then big giant bed in the middle of it and lots of colors, an insane amount of colors.
So, seeing how drawn you are to beauty, to the intricate, we can assume that your clutter might be starting to get the better of you at this point. One moment, please. We can assume that you might start feeling a little antsy or a little uppity over the clutter. It's not your usual
Claustrophobia.
not claustrophobia.
Just like things should be in certain places and they're not in their certain places right now, and some things don't have places. That's bad.
You need shelves. You need to look into utilizing vertical storage space. Is what you say.
Until this is resolved, Val. This, I'm going to, at this point, say will be enough to trigger a clan bane for you.
Okay.
One moment. Let me take a look at your character sheet here. Where are you at? There you are.
Some of this stuff hasn't been changed like it should have been. I'm not
Obsession.
saving properly either.
Enraptured by beauty. You are going to be more drawn to beauty than normal. You are going to seek it out any place that you can until this is resolved. That also means you are going to be a little more easily distracted. It doesn't matter what you're doing or where you are. Because of this and how much this is weighing on your mind, I'm also going to impose a dice penalty for your mental traits until this is resolved of 1 dice. For each item, or for each dice roll you make in your mental category, You roll 1 dice less.
Okay. So Val is basically sprawled out in the bed, looking up at the ceiling, just sort of stuck in some ways. Because she knows she's got it, like, she went to get up and she saw all the shit everywhere and just. It's bothersome.
Victoria poses the question of whether or not you would like to do something this evening, or if you had other plans.
I'd hoped to go out again tonight. Maybe see what's on the outskirts of the city. It was supposed to be a clear night, but I want to throw everything out.
Excellent. With that, with you all each individually kind of starting off your night with some feeding, some getting snacks, and some just kind of pondering the meaning of existence itself, it's probably a couple of hours before you all find yourselves downstairs in the kitchen. Two faces, however, missing. Most notably, Audley. But this is all too common these days. The other one is the bone collector, who does not seem to be around. For the moment, he has taken up residence in the house to watch over you all, almost as a, not a father figure, but more, what's the word I'm looking for? Mentor, guide, somewhere along those lines. He wants to kind of be more hands-on at this point.
Live-in mentor.
Yeah, mentor. We'll go with We'll go with mentor. You know what? Fuck it. No, we'll go with senpai because I like that.
Bony senpai, notice me. Oh, well.
He does not look impressed with that.
I can't find you.
We'll go with.
I think I heard the wind.
We'll go with mentor. He is noticeably absent. However, as you all make your way into the kitchen, there is a hand-scrawled note. Went to go talk to somebody this evening about a certain bit of information that was given to you. We'll be back later this evening.
Okay. Hey, Bo and Daddy's out for the night, or for the evening.
We're all downstairs right now?
I believe so.
Where does it say he's gone?
Where does it say he's gone?
He went to go talk to someone about something, being as wonderfully vague as usual.
He actually dropped the name Ellery.
The Seneschal.
So he's going to, do you think we... Brain start over. Prophecy shit.
Maybe.
What do you think that's about?
I have no
Never, ever try to understand prophecies. Listen to the old lady for once. Don't listen
Always
to
listen to
prophecies.
you.
idea. Damn.
Yes,
Have you heard of self-fulfilling?
Well, this prophecy was like everything's gonna be on fire, so like I don't want that to happen.
No, but she said at the end that everything was going to be okay.
That's the part of
Then
the
we just-
prophecy I want. It's
then
all
we
supposed to
just-
be alive. We have a nasty habit of risking life, like, all the time.
Not all the time. Only
And
for
that's why you ladies are so much fun. Now, please, we'll just have to wait and see what he has to say.
I mean, that's fine. I'm actually more, if nothing else, I'm actually more concerned about the now. Where the hell is Audley? And what happened to Leah? Also, has anyone else noticed that Leah's been like off as of late, not being sober when she's around?
Speak of the devil. Leah happens to enter the kitchen, the counter that you were all gathered around. She's kind of looks around, looks at you all, and tries to make herself as unnoticeable as possible.
Hey, Bestie.
Hi.
Come on, sit at the counter with us. We're not gonna bite you unless you want us to.
In any other context, that would be cute, but like...
I just came out for some juice.
Yeah. We've also noticed a few things throughout the last couple of weeks. Is everything okay?
I'm assuming you're talking about Audley. You can see her eyes just kind of glazed over for a moment.
And you.
More so you at the moment.
I will be fine. Let's just say I'm catching up on time that has been missed. I didn't get a rebellious streak. I'm enjoying the pleasures, shall we say, or at least some of them.
Okay.
As for Audley, she's working through some shit.
Yeah. That's
wonderful, darling. You enjoy your pleasure, and she can sort through her things together. Just maybe something more than juice. You need fuel for the furnace, if you want to enjoy those pleasures.
And also make sure you're not overdoing it with whatever it is you're indulging on.
Unfortunately for us, overdoing it might mean bad consequences.
I get that. Okay. I will let you know it's nothing stronger than alcohol or weed.
Okay. We also don't want you destroying your kidney in the meantime. We also don't want you turning up injured or in a bad spot anywhere. So
she's taking care of me.
Okay. I mean, we
just
would hope
give her space. That's all I've got for you.
Okay. Well, again, we're more concerned about you right now.
I get that.
Okay. And you have our numbers in case you need to contact us.
I do.
And if she needs to as well.
I do.
Okay.
And with that, she gets up. She makes her way to the fridge. She pulls out a giant container of orange juice. Yes. D, what's up?
Throughout that whole conversation, could I possibly roll for insight?
Hold on a moment. What are you trying to figure out?
So, I know what she's saying is that she's fine and all that. You mentioned her eyes were already glazed over, though.
Mm-hmm.
So
she's very obviously stoned.
Yeah. So what I want to take a look into is while that whole conversation is going between all of us, I kind of just want to read some of the subtle mannerisms that she has to see if she is actually telling the truth, or if she's only telling most of the truth, or if she's just flat out lying.
That is going to be intelligence plus insight.
Okay. So let let's see.
Because I've been corrected on the way that I get to do dice roll, you guys are going to have 2 dice rolls to pull from. I would like to thank Ocean actually for helping me to learn the rules of VTM V5. It has been an absolute pleasure working with you behind the scenes.
So, intelligence and insight, you said?
Intelligence and insight. You're going to combine those dice pools and then roll that amount of dice.
Okay, so, and I know that one of them has to be replaced with a hunger die.
Correct, if you have a point in hunger.
Yep. So my hunger die, I'm going to be rolling first. That is an 8. 8 for the hunger die.
Okay.
And then the rest of it. Two, 3, and 10.
So an 8 and a 10, and then a 2 and a 3, 2 successes,
Yeah.
2 fails. As far as you can tell, she is actually quite truthful. She is, as far as you can tell, not lying.
Okay. I mean, church kid, now in a really unique situation, probably trying her best to maintain some sort of sanity and being trying to be responsible about it.
Mhm.
And she's got her sister here, so yeah, fuck it.
Also, that need for control, because she's been so out of control for so long,
Mm-hmm.
that'll definitely hit.
Yeah.
Just taking off my storyteller hat for a moment. Are we speaking, like, from personal experience here? Yeah.
Maybe.
Alright, moving on. Sorry.
Okay. So, Dee will just kind of relax for a little bit. Still be concerned, but, like, still also respect the space.
So Leah went upstairs.
So yeah, grabbing her her giant bottle of orange juice, she literally takes it out of the fridge, takes the cap, twists it off, and starts chugging from the bottle. And then heads back upstairs.
Well, she's getting she's getting vitamins and she's hydrated, at least.
Yeah?
Oh, I wanted to talk to you about something, Dee.
What's up?
I'm gonna build a garden in the backyard.
That's why you're looking at all that hardware stuff. Okay. Yeah, no, garden would actually be really nice.
The lumber's gonna come tomorrow. Do you want to come in the backyard and help me find a good spot?
Yes.
All right, let's go.
Sweet! Where the hell is Val? Where did Val go?
Val has stepped out of the room for a moment. We will come back to her.
She has to continue her existential crisis in her room.
Well, maybe she would like a nice stroll outside, get some fresh air, and pick out a spot with us.
I was actually going to ask her, once it's built, if she and Victoria would like to paint it and, like, decorate it. I feel like they would enjoy that.
Oh, yeah, especially Val. Val would probably spend an entire night painting.
That might be a question you should ask Val when she makes a reappearance. So, for the moment, we're going to move out to the backyard with you.
Yeah!
What does our backyard look like?
What does the I'm gonna have to build a deck. Oh god, I'm turning into the house dad. The bone collector's job gone. I'm the dad now. I gotta build a deck.
Right? Oh no, we should have a pool. Depending on how big our backyard is. If our backyard is like super big, we should have a pool.
Oh, I gotta build a patio bench.
But not just any kind of pool. One of those like freshwater pond pools.
Ooh.
Nice. I remember back before 2015, I came across this YouTube channel. It's about this dude that would build them. Yeah.
That's why you're the researcher.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm building 4-foot by 8-foot, 2 of them.
Mhm.
And then on one side is lattice going vertical so we can grow like vine stuff. So it's more of a matter of where this is going to be facing, because unlike us, it needs sunlight.
Yeah. Also, because of the climate over here to begin with, wouldn't it be also beneficial to just look into building a greenhouse altogether?
I was gonna wait till it's like just build the boxes and then wait till it's warmer to plant stuff.
Yeah, well, because with a greenhouse, you could control the climate in there a lot easier, and also because of the wildfires going on and the brush fires, it might help protect them from like the smoke and whatnot.
As you are both discussing the layout and design of this, Val, having been lost in thought and wandered out of the room for a moment, you find yourself making your way back, and back to the kitchen where your 2 compatriots no longer are. But there's voices coming from out in the backyard, kind of through the back door. Very familiar voices, actually. Seem to be talking about maybe yard work or planting something. You're not quite sure. You do, however, hear your name mentioned once or twice.
Something about painting after things are built.
I don't know. I was laying somewhere on the couch, a la Charlotte, saying I was bored.
You kind of hear these voices floating kind of through the air, making their way to you, and you hear your name once or twice.
I will. So, and I'm by myself. I'm assuming
At the moment, you are
Victoria's
by
gone
yourself,
in
yes.
Okay. I will follow the voices.
You find yourself in this rather expansive backyard. It's actually a fairly decently sized backyard. We're talking probably about 4 acres altogether. This is not a small backyard.
We're building a greenhouse.
We're getting a pool!
It turns out that the resources of the butterfly have set you up quite nicely. And suddenly the meaning of don't fuck it up makes a whole lot more sense.
Out of curiosity, if you recall, how similar would you say that this particular area is to Val's old garden?
If you're talking space-wise, I'd say
Probably
close.
not as, yeah. Huh.
Oh, cool. Val, hi. Valerie. Hi.
You see her kind of like it's like she's looking through you guys for a couple minutes before she right.
So I'm gonna build garden boxes. When they're done, can you paint them with Victoria, make them look pretty?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah!
That sounds like a wonderful idea. I'm sure I could even suggest some plants and flowers that could add to the surroundings.
That would actually be really helpful with that, since as Dee kind of looks back out along the backyard, it's kind of a blank space at the moment. So,
Have either of you ever done any sort of carpentry?
As a kid, but
I built sets in high school, so for the drama department. So I have some experience,
yeah.
and we're really good at researching. So
I suppose you won't be completely hopeless then. But if you need a few hints and tips, I've worked with wood a few times in my lifetimes.
like what?
Yeah, like what kind of things have you built?
Well, you see, she's gonna dawdle a little bit, and it's probably the first time that she looks like she's not sure if she should.
Are you actually
Okay.
attempting to build anything? Or are you just speculating at the moment?
I mean, I want to build garden boxes.
Yes, but are you building right now?
No.
Well, my materials are being delivered tomorrow. I got nothing to build with.
I said within the next few days. I didn't say tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, D
So
at
this is the
point
planning
will-
phase.
Yeah.
So, at the moment, we may or may not be able to illustrate this through session. So I'm going to get you, Elizabeth, to make me a strength and craft roll, and we will deal with that at a later date.
Ooh, can I help with that craft roll and strength roll?
You are welcome to make a craft and strength roll, yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna use. I can never remember the name, but it's when you put a dot in something when you didn't have a dot in it, but you got to do a rouse check.
Yeah, it's called
Because I can remember stuff, I just
Yep.
can never remember the name.
So if you look in the Discord, actually, it's taking off my storyteller hat, removing us from scene for a moment. If you look in the Discord, in the community resources section, I have been putting stuff there, rules for you. It should be listed in there.
community resource. There it is.
And you actually don't.
Oh, right, blood
So
surge.
you're channeling a point into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to use that, or do you have anything in strength?
Strength. I have 2 in strength.
Do you have anything in craft?
In craft, I have nothing. That's why I wanted to blood surge for craft.
Okay. So here's
'Cause
the question:
In craft,
do you want to use that willy-nilly, or do you want to save it for a time when you might actually need it? This is the trade-off. Right now, you have 2 dice that you can roll. You have strength and you have craft. You combine those 2 dice pools together, so you have 2 dice.
And,
and one of them is a hunger dice. So
Yeah, so you
I
have
got
one hunger dice and 1 regular dice.
All right, let's do this. I'm just
Okay.
gonna do the 2 because that sounded like a very, very, very ominous warning right there. So I'm gonna hold off on blood
Not an
surge.
ominous warning. It's more getting you to think logically about this. Do you want to use it in an instance where you don't have to, where things aren't on the line? Or do you just want to make it happen as is? What did you roll?
My hunger dice was a 1,
I got a 10 on my hunger dice.
but my other dice was a 7.
Hold on. I'm doing my strength real quick.
I love
You
that.
literally have
my-
someone in front of you who stated they know what they're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're getting help from 2 people. So,
But I'm also ridiculously stubborn. So, I love how craft I have jerry rigging. It's like the specialty in that.
It's a craft.
I mean,
So
yeah,
it's a
it
craft.
is. You're not wrong. MacGyvering is a craft.
mhm.
Thanks, MacGyver. What's up, D?
So the dice that I rolled for helping Elizabeth, I got a 10 for my hunger dice.
Yep.
And then the rest of my dice is a 5, a 9, and a 3.
It's gonna be some janky ass carpentry
We also have
for me, and we have Val.
we have Val to help us along the way.
Okay, so we'll get into the results of these rolls at a later date. Much later. Probably not during this sit-down session.
No, we just have a separate section where it's just an episode of Vampire Tool Time.
Does everybody know what time it is? Tool time! Says every millennial ever. Fuck. Alright, so you guys are planning and plotting about this backyard, and I mean, you're kind of envisioning how you might want things to look. Give it a bit of, well, for lack of better words, life, a little bit of beauty, a little bit of a spark, you know? Just
Ivan,
make it the talk of the town, maybe.
maybe.
We don't want the town to talk. We're trying to stay low.
We're
That's
trying
the
to
opposite
enjoy.
of what we're trying to do.
We're trying to enjoy our space and not draw attention to ourselves. How difficult is that going to be? Yes.
As you are talking amongst yourselves, your phones ding. You each get a notification.
Who's it from?
The Bone Daddy. Well, in Dee's
Hey.
case, anyways, because that's what I'm assuming that's what you've got him in his contact info on your phone. For the rest of you, it's the Bone Collector.
There's like a little Jack Skellington emoji next to his name.
Mine is not Bone Carver.
As you take a look at your phones, the message, it seems like he sent out a mass text to you all. On my way back, should be there in 5. We have some things to discuss. Would you mind meeting me in the sitting room, in the living room?
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Back inside we go.
Okay.
So, with visions of grandeur for this rather extensive backyard, you make your way back into the house, make your way into the living room. And a few moments later, in walks the Bone Collector and the Seneschal, who's decided to pay you a visit this evening. And that is where we are going to cut to break for the moment.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. They don't wanna see me care. Anytime I make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb, and I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up, cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing. Won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, spitting fast. I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I'm gonna learn the consequence of being incompetent. Mental health is confidence, dreams and some honestness. I'm not here to save the day, that's for you to take away. I could play a million mind games, but instead I say something not illogical, something that is topical. Rub it on and watch it go, make yourself unstoppable. Dreams are irresponsible, but they're always possible. If you just believe, you could be so remarkable. Thoughts in my head, a collage and they spread. I'll be great one day, going off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up, no, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off in the wind. I gotta make it, I'm saving every day to taste it. I'm patient, but my mind, it can hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that I've had for several ages. A vacant, modern kingdom for the taking. Now that I've been put through hell, I never got anyone's help. I had to do it all myself. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
Taking shots at the enemy, I'm gonna make it to the top, leave a legacy. If I got something to say, you better let me speak. Turn it up a new degree, bitch, you ain't seen anything. I pop off with the new rock, electronic, blow the sonic roof up. I'm too honest when I take a few shots. They're too toxic, need to take a new song. And you cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
You are not as tough as
I don't slack, don't lose, learn your lesson yet. When I get to choose what I do, I'm like a weapon. I'm not sharp as many, but got heart, I'm ready to change. Scars to envy, to win large and plenty. I like to play fast, never change back. Calling out, I'll pay back, cause I'm great at that, oh. You cannot save me, cause I don't need saving. It's everything I've been chasing, all here for the taking. Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think I've had enough disease. I'm sick of all the bad thoughts, people who are half-nots.
you are not as tough though.
Don't wanna test your luck with me, I think losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, I'm losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift. Oh,
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
yeah. There's no mercy in this world, just hunger-thirsty persons in different versions. Each new update, that shit worsens. Why? Pull back the curtain and you'll see the different vermin. We all have different burdens that all seem to cause disturbance. Yo, so do me a favor, don't treat me like a neighbor. Don't need the different flavors of your problems just to savor. I've got my own issues, I need a comb to get through. Don't need to groan with you, just go get your own tissue.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
That's it, the end of the song. Next time you'll sing along. Trust me, there's nothing wrong. I just need to carry on, cause society's a myth put there to make you sit. Listen to what they give. Don't ask questions, shut your lid. Yeah, don't ask questions, shut your lid. I need to run away from this and go get off the grid. Feel like my brain is overloaded, man, I'm losing it. Don't let them tell you what to do, man, they don't know shit.
Hello and welcome back. As last time, just before we left for break, our group had been notified that the Seneschal and the Bone Collector were moments away and had been requested to meet in the living room, the sitting room, whatever the hell you want to call it. The air hangs tense as they walk in through the door. The Bone Collector with his normal face of, I am generally displeased with the world around me as it is, and the Seneschal not really giving an expression, all things considered. And it's a long moment before they open their mouth, before anything is spoken. The three of you literally stand there staring at the Bone Collector and the Seneschal, whose name is Alorah, but for you, until she directs otherwise, she'll refer to her as the Seneschal. And our floor opens to our players for this evening, once again.
Seneschal, good to see you again.
It's nice to see you all as well. I trust that your accommodations are satisfactory.
Yeah. Val, you doing all right?
They are lovely. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. More than at least I was expecting.
That's fair.
I would say that I'm... And she just kind of...
One moment, please. We have technical issue caused by kids. Stepping out of scene for a moment. So how's our night going?
Okay, we're good.
All right.
It finally dropped 1 degree Celsius here. It is now 28 Celsius here.
How are your accommodations, Valerie?
Honestly, there's something left to be desired.
Oh?
There's no space. It's
No space.
suffocating.
What the heck is going on in your room, Val?
What I do in my room, as always.
Isn't
Create, enjoy.
Isn't your room roughly the same size as ours?
Yes, but
That's-
the problem that I'm seeing is that it's small comparatively speaking to what she's used to. Is that what I'm getting, Val?
Yes, I think perhaps that's where my discomfort is coming from.
So
We've been cooped up.
it's, to my understanding, you were never placed as a Hamlet, were you? You were more into, at least in the last few hundred years, part of nobility, kings and queens,
To an
that
effect.
type. So you're used to essentially, if I might be so bold, you're more used to where there wasn't as many kind, there wasn't as many us. You're used to where countryside meant vast acres, hundreds of acres,
Yes.
free. So you're finding these new age quarters claustrophobic, similarly?
I've never heard that particular word before, but something tells me it's close. I had hoped to go out tonight with a friend to enjoy outside of the city something less abrasive.
Something open, not so walled in.
Yes. Though I will admit that the prospect of a garden has given me some hope, perhaps.
A garden.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about outside before you texted us asking us to come in.
And how's that going for you?
Well,
I recently purchased supplies to begin just two boxes, but upon speaking with Dee and Valerie, we have been thinking of much larger plans for the future.
nothing that would like draw a lot of attention, but something that
yeah.
would allow us to enjoy the space at least more than we'd already do.
It does remind me of home a little bit, I should say. It's unfortunate that I can't spend more time up there with the nights being so cruelly short.
I mean, it's only for a few months out of the year.
If this is what I'm hearing, Seneschal, is there a way that I can speak with the prince about purchasing more land, say a major boon?
Possible. There are a few properties that are in the Rocky Mountains.
Definitely
That
something bigger. I'll money's no object, so I mean the kind aspect is over with. But this is her domain, and I don't want to step on toes. If I can do that, I will talk with the prince myself to acquiring additional land and work on construction myself.
That
That
can
would
be.
I would be very appreciative.
And since supplies for a garden are already bought for,
Mm-hmm.
the question I have in regards is floor plans. That's definitely something I'll need. I'll just need to speak with a real estate agent, something. But I'll also be able to mark up plans and design out a blueprint.
You want me to just send you the notes of what I got so far?
If you looked up Zillow, I'm gonna laugh.
No. And I was talking about blueprints for gardening, for the garden.
Do you want it custom? You want it big and spacious?
I would imagine, storyteller, I would imagine that throughout the time outside, Dee would have been drawing up shit on her phone, utilizing some sort of like
you all beat. There's paper already on the table where she's been doodling while you.
Oh, okay.
Well, her version of doodling.
Valerie.
Got my doodles.
My dear. Intelligence plus craft, please.
-1. Right? Oh, wait, are those... Yeah, intelligence is a mental one.
roll, which means you lose a dice from your mental rolls for the night.
Okay.
Or at least until situation is resolved.
That's still allowed to count. Give me a second.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Meanwhile, Elizabeth would be holding up her paper drawings.
Just holds it, slides it over to Bone Collector. It's not to scale, but it's a start.
And then Dee would have already sent a text being like, hey, here's the stuff that I looked up already. Not Zillow.
I'm glad.
What was the intelligence and what?
Craft.
Intelligence, craft. And this is just for this floor plan, this outside yard with fence, yes?
Yeah.
You want bigger?
Do we want bigger?
I did not know that was an option. Okay.
Maybe something later? Like, let's see what we could do with the space we have first? Or what do you want to do, Elizabeth? This was originally your idea to begin with.
I just want to make something. I'm not gonna lie. I need a project. Otherwise, I'm gonna go nuts. So, I just wanted to start a project in a garden. Did the most feasible in the moment.
So,
One moment.
Go ahead.
We have a roll.
Quick question. Which section do you want the hunger dice to be in? Craft or intelligence?
That so
Sure.
basically you combine your two dice pools together and you roll it all together.
Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. So the red die is the hunger die. It is a 7.
Okay. You succeed with your hunger roll. Congratulations.
And then we have a 9, 2 6s, 2 10s, a 5, and a 2.
Okay, so 6 successes altogether or 8?
6.
Because your 10 counts as double, so your 10s give you 4 altogether.
yeah, 2
So-
tens equals 2. If you had 4 tens, that's
8.
8, yeah.
Yeah.
So you had 2 10s? So
Yeah.
that's 4 successes right off the bat. Other than your 10s, how many other successes did you have?
4.
So that's 8 successes altogether.
Yes.
Sitting on this table, slid over to you in just a span of moments as Valerie has been sitting there doodling, are some of the most elaborate plans that you have seen. These will put most professionals to shame. No detail has been left out.
Poor Elizabeth.
There's even carvings and stuff like that. They seem kind of Celtic-ish.
Directions as to which way maybe the sprinklers should be set and added. You know, the pipes, where the different groupings of flowers should go, the lattice work, the gates, the archways, maybe plants growing up the lattice work. It's all included.
Even a pool.
Quick question.
Yeah.
Explain the irrigation aspect.
Explain the irrigation aspect?
Yeah.
The irrigation, because she's archaic. It's not going to be up to date.
It's not going to be up to date, but it's still good enough to get
An idea.
an idea of how it should go. Val has now been living in the present long enough that indoor plumbing is no longer a mystery. Would have an idea of kind of how, you know, a toilet flows or how a sink flows, and with that can at least give an approximation of how the sprinklers might go.
Actually,
No
she
more.
would have involved. So she would have done something involving rainwater and like
Cool.
siphoning in that stuff, shit like that.
Either way,
She was
it's
old
easy enough
school.
to translate that into something like sprinklers.
Something a little bit more modern.
May I see that, Valerie?
Enjoy. I would like your critique.
Feels very self-conscious about her not drawn to scale doodle, Elizabeth.
Poor Liz.
I can see. Definitely got everything. The only thing it's missing is dimensions.
Yes, that
It's very detailed.
they hadn't quite decided exactly how much
Well,
of the
depends.
property they wanted to use.
Not only that, but unless you're doing this increments and meters, I don't see an imperial system here.
I'm afraid I'm still using units of measurement that I used as a mortal.
Well, as long as you're not, measuring in,
ish.
as long as you're not using, alpacas as a form of unit of measurement, I think we're good.
Yeah, no.
I can read this. I can get men on this if you want.
That would be greatly appreciated.
With
I will also probably expand your living space, your room. How big do you want?
I was going to say about double. At
Double?
least. Yes.
I'll take
I need
a
space to create and a space to enjoy.
we're gonna cut over to D for a second. What did you say?
out of character question, actually. How big are our rooms to begin with?
Standard size for a house.
Depends on what kind of house. We're basically living in a mansion.
Think country house.
I've never been in a country house.
Not huge, but decently sized.
I think roughly
Probably
between,
master bedroom, so decent.
so 25 by 25 feet is decent. It's a good size, but it's not royalty size, which is closer to about,
With
30 or 40.
with these discussions, we're going to move on just a touch here. Unfortunately, we do have more important things to talk about this evening. As the Bone Collector pockets the piece of paper to look over later, the blueprints to look over later, and to discuss with officials.
Oh, and Doodle.
Val seems more relaxed now.
I will make arrangements to have the prince look over everything that you're proposing, and I'm sure we can make arrangements.
Just get me in touch with one of our ghouls that deals with land, and we will work out a price on that. Whether
Okay.
I have offered a major boon, it could be one or two, depending on what the prince's thoughts are. In the meantime, this isn't the original reason why we're here, but it's good to know. I'll also be probably speaking with another in order to deal with
Sorry.
someone else who's established in another city regarding something else. Well,
Okay, sounds good.
won't have to worry about that too much. But the reason why we're here is because of a certain prophecy you had regarding my adopted children, and myself.
Yes, it looks like one of you is missing today, too.
She's going through some things and just adjusting to recent events, and so she'll be back before the dawn at least.
Good, I hope she's not up to too much trouble.
Yeah.
I don't think you'll have to worry about the trouble aspect for a while. And reason being is because she was attached. Even though she met him all of the night that she was turned, and that was it.
Yeah.
She wanted questions. Questions weren't able to be answered. Which
I know.
I'll be working with. You won't have to worry about that. Again, still under my tutelage, I'll be working to erase any negative aspects. Anyways, I believe we're on the aspect of that prophecy you were mentioning at Elysium.
Yes, the man who was frightened. And the hordes with their torches.
So,
And what exactly would you like clarification on?
the man, I guess. Have you ever seen him before?
No.
Does he have
Well-
any distinguishing features?
Yes. He does. He has. Well, his eyes I couldn't see the color of. He has gray hair, a suit. Moment. A three-piece suit at that. And he seemed like somebody involved with business. He gave off the impression, not kindred, but maybe a Gould. I'm not sure. A ghoul, sorry.
So what you're telling me is what would make a ghoul go off in fear?
Well, see, the thing is I don't know if the ghoul was in fear so much as the hordes. So maybe, given the stitches on his mouth, maybe he's letting out and breaking. That would make sense why human beings would be so afraid.
Yeah, you were mentioning something about that, about me pointing,
Yeah.
and his mouth was sewed shut?
Yes, it seemed like maybe his mouth was sewn shut. So chances are pretty high that we need you to find this ghoul.
And so his mouth shut?
I think that was more along the lines of a metaphor.
Or are we protecting this individual?
No.
Well,
Is
why didn't we just kill him?
He is a danger to our kind. And given that his lips were sewn shut, it seems like maybe it has something to do with the things he's saying.
May I ask a question about the nature of your visions?
Absolutely.
Are they usually more literal or metaphorical?
Kind
Or
of
are
a
they
combination.
a mixture of both?
See,
Okay.
the road, the path ahead of you isn't exactly forged 100% just by a vision or a prophecy alone.
Okay.
You know, the choices you make along the way can change that, change every aspect of what I've envisioned. I just think that, at least for you all, this ghoul has some intrinsic tie to you, to all of us, and our safety.
may I ask?
Something that we have to find, I think.
May I ask? Can you? Are you? Is there a difference in events that have come to pass already and those that have yet to come? Have some things already been set in stone? As a manner
I
of
think
speech.
that when it comes to this ghoul, that is set in stone. He is going to be a part of your lives. However, whether you find him, whether you can stop him from doing harm to vampire, to our kind, to kindred. It remains to be seen.
I have another question from what was pointed out to me earlier this evening about self-fulfilling prophecies. Would us going after this ghoul, trying to track him down, like I am hearing being suggested, would that then spark the harm to our kind? I'm
No.
just trying to say, is there any evidence that this has already begun, that he has already begun harming us, our kind?
It's at that moment that the bone collector's phone rings. It's not your ordinary ring. This is something that was purposefully set up by him. Something that signifies maybe somebody of importance.
Do, do, do,
One moment.
do, 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 do. That's the ringtone.
Collector here.
Bone collector, Hoyt.
I'm aware. What is it?
We have a situation at the Hub Mall. Unfortunately, I didn't get to it in time, but we need some sort of investigation launched. Somebody has been screaming at the Hub Mall about vampires, about people of the night, about nightwalkers.
You have a photo?
I don't, unfortunately. I do know, however, that this individual seemed to be somebody who's appeared in the media multiple times.
You have a name?
That I don't. I do know, however, that he was wearing a three-piece suit. Some sort of businessman. We need
I want you,
a cleanup
Hoyt.
job.
Hoyt,
Yes.
I'm going to put you on speaker. I want you to repeat that.
As
Listen.
you put Hoyt on speaker, you guys hear this calm, collected voice coming through. We have an incident at the Hub Mall that requires a cleanup job. A man seen in media multiple times wearing a three-piece business suit. Might be of some affluence, but we're not sure. Has been screaming about vampires. Seems out of his mind, but doesn't seem crazy at the same time. It seems like in any other circumstance he might be well situated, might be in charge of his faculties. But there's something about him, and like I said, we need a cleanup crew here to clean this up. This needs to be silenced.
Location?
Hub Mall, U of A.
Give me an address. Text it to me.
I will do so.
All right. Can you get a perimeter around the place, or do I need to get... Never mind. Time is
Is there security footage?
As a piece of info, you would know where Hub Mall is located. It's literally right outside of a transit center.
Can you get access to security footage?
I'll work on that as we're going. Thanks, Hoyt.
As always, if you need anything.
Of course, I'll let you know. And he hangs up. Well, that answers that question.
Oh, sweet.
If we do nothing, this'll spread like wildfire. Just like on the news with that brush fire. Did you see that?
Yes.
Imagine that we just heard from Hoyt being the spark.
What I worry is that there is someone else behind the ghoul pulling strings, and if we get the ghoul too soon, we won't get who's behind it.
Well, we have to get... Either way, we have to act.
Yeah.
And the issue is we won't know until we get that goal.
Yeah.
True.
Does one of you know how to cleanse minds?
How to what?
Cleanse minds.
Cloud memory.
I think so.
And as do I. So I guess
I
that
have-
means you and there are on the offense of any breaches.
I have mesmerize and cloud memory.
Cloud memory is probably going to be the one that you're going to be needing, especially if we're going up with Kine. Now remember, we are going in to a Kine infestation aspect, I guess. It is a mall, after all.
I also have irresistible voice and majesty if we really need it.
But unfortunately, we're not trying to break the masquerade.
Yeah, that's how I said if we really need it, but that would be too extreme, I think.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I think all we need is to interview the. You know what? I have someone that I can call.
Okay.
At this point, my dears, we're going to draw this episode to a close.